What's up, YouTube? This is Call of Duty 4Man221, and we're doing another live commentary because you guys liked my last one. As you can see, I command Carthage, and my opponent, a nice name, APO, Apo. He commands the Greeks, which, as we all know, is a big mistake. Let's see, what should I make? I got 15k, and the rules are no art. So, I don't know, he has an archer advantage on me, but I have a cavalry advantage. I also have, well, spears. I could have an advantage, but I gotta get my guys in the ring. So, I don't think I'm gonna go with elephants. I'm gonna go with sacred band troops. I'm gonna go with five sacred band, 2 pointy infantry, and then a ton of slingers. Not to mention with sacred band cavalry, who I'm actually gonna upgrade. So basically, my army is seven hoplites, 5 cavalry, and 6 slingers. I think I just deleted one. Let's get one more back. 6 slingers, and I've still got a lot of money left, and he's got 102 soldiers, which means, I don't know, how would you calculate that? It's like, whatever. Anyway, so I'm gonna start upgrading my infantry. I'm actually going to move one of my sacred bands to my general so he's more mobile. So I'm just copying my troops. And I've still got more money to work with, so the one thing in this game that really sets Carthage apart is they don't have any archers. And I know Carthage had archers back then. So I'm going to give my guys actually gold stuff. Really, like, give my slingers good stuff, because they're really just peasants with a thing. Like, okay, so now I've got gold slingers to combat his Cretan archers. And then my sacred band's pretty upgraded. Let's see, he has 1,000 men, which suggests that, oh, I have a lot more. I have a lot of men too. I'm guessing Spartans and Cretan archers. These guys are going to be on the flanks. So I'm going a little bit weaker on my infantry. I have one more cavalry. I'm going weaker on my infantry a little bit, heavier on my archers to combat his, and then my cavalry is always strong. So I have the max number of units I can have, but I'm pretty much no artillery, so it means no onagers. There we go. So I'm going to say, are you ready? Honestly, that stuff that's on the side you don't really need to care about. It's just I'll just narrate what he says because it's a little hard to see. None of my clanmates are on from Wolves Clan. Looks like he's messing around with the soldiers a little bit, so who knows? Well, Hannibal was a Carthaginian and he fought against the Romans, so it's a pretty big deal. They fought 3 wars, the first, second, and third Punic War. The first one was over Sicily. The second one, which is the most famous one, was fought over the whole Mediterranean. It was involved Hannibal, and then it led to the defeat of Hannibal at Zama in 202 BC. And then the third Punic War was when Carthage was very reduced, and the Rome just wiped them out completely. So if my ally will make up his mind and fix his army, then I could actually go and stop talking about Carthage's history. No allies in this battle, just a 1 versus 1. I think I beat the Greeks before as the Carthaginians. This guy go get a Coke or something? I mean, there we go. Okay, my opponent just must want to use the restroom or something. The strong did what they could and the weak suffered what they must. That means the strong fought and the weak just died. So, live commentary, fun.
Victory is near at hand.
I just learned this this thing this guy taught me. Does it work? I don't know. Oh yeah, they can't be in phalanx, then you can increase their file. That doesn't look too good, does it? So you can increase their file, make them really thick. So I'm gonna get my troops into a phalanx wall. Put them in phalanx formation. To do that, you have to use the up and down arrow keys. I mean the plus. It's at the top right of your keyboard next to backspace. It's the plus and equal key, and then the dash minus key. These guys are my flanks. They're a little bit weak, and then I've got a ton of archers I'm gonna use to my advantage, and my cavalry behind. Let's see my opponent. He has not finished deploying, so we look at my glorious army. Bunch of peasants with slings, and then my army's kind of grouped. I don't know. It looks pretty good, I think. And I've got these guys who are a little bit weaker on the flanks. All I have to do is I click the right mouse key and look at the history of them. So any Carthaginian army relied upon their duty to the end. They are hoplites equipped with and organized in the same faction as Greek hoplites, with long spears, long shields, breastplates, and helmets. And they can use phalanx tactics as a style of war making that has prided worth over the century. They are drawn from the social elite men of Carthage, noble, wealthy, birth, and they're loyal. The original purpose of the Sacred Band was to act as an officer corps for the Carthaginian army and elite force to put Carthage above any local loyalties. The points of that these men are formidable in battle and the elite of the Carthaginian army. So these guys were apparently royal guys from Carthage, and they're very, very effective, I think. So once again, my opponent's a little slow. It'd be funny if he did a noob square or corner camps or something. I mean, corner's back here. I guess you can put all his men there. You only win by corner camping. I mean, it's funny. Arab Carthage actually did that.
Infantry.
He corner camped on a campaign, and then he smashed the corner camper online.
Infantry.
So I want to turn this into a 15-minute video. If this guy could hurry up. So I'm gonna tell him to hurry up, actually. So I've talked a lot about the history. Let's look at the slingers. Okay, they use a shoulder bag with many pieces of lead shot. They can use stones picked up on the battlefield. Several spare slings, including slings of different length for greater and lesser range. Other than a knife and a small shield, they carry no equipment. It's true, they do have a little bit of a small shield. I think they're the only missile troops in this game that have small shields. Okay, all the like javelin guys have shields.
Infantry.
These guys have big shields too. Oh my gosh, my opponent is not deploying. Look at the Sacred Band. Sacred Band, elite cavalry in warfare and society. They fight as heavy cavalry, both to level discipline, and are rarely matched by other nations. They carry spears and wear good armor so they can charge home with devastating effect. They're devoted servants, handed over to the temple and stayed by their families for military duty rather than ritual sacrifice. Historically, the Carthaginian general Hannibal took units of Sacred Band over the Alps into Italy, even though they got no reinforcements from home. For 2/3 of these men were still fighting after 14 years. So these guys know how to rough it on the plains. Okay, I'm gonna tell him. I'm getting kinda bored. Can we please start? Thank you. They want to call him a slowbo. And he's not, I don't know, he didn't acknowledge my rules or anything. I don't know what's taking this kid so long. I mean, I'm gonna kill him anyway, there's no real point.
Sacred Band.
Talked about all the parts of my army. Let's talk about these guys.
Poeni infantry. March!
Poeni infantry components. These heavy spearmen are drawn from self-reliant Carthaginian citizenry. They are well armored and chainmail, blah 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 blah. They can all have cavalry attacks. That's not very much about them. So these guys look really cool, actually. I think these are the cooler Carthaginian units. They wear those cool helmets with that crescent thing over their head. They've got these really cool shields. If you look at that versus these guys' shields, these shields kick butt. They also got the Carthaginian standard.
Infantry.
And I don't know. Did my opponent leave me? Just be like, haha, I'm gonna have him wait. I'm actually gonna cut this part out now. And we're back! As you can see, he not only cheated, he bought onagers. So, he's a cheater pants. This is called the noob square. Now, the one thing he did was lose initiative of attack. So, I'm gonna crush this little noob square. And the worst part is he's camping with Spartans. And he's throwing fire at me, which isn't cool at all. One of those are gonna hit home. So I'm gonna spread out my troops. Because it's really cheap of what he's done. And if I was a new player to Rome Total War, which I'm not, but if I was, and I was like, this is what people do online, I wouldn't want to play anymore. I'm getting really close to minimize his artillery range. I'm getting almost point blank with his guys. So his artillery is not going to become effective, and we're so close they can't even hit us now. Now we're going to pepper them in their little tight formation with their squares with our guys, and this is what you get for upgrading. Ah, I'm asking to his guys. Whoops. Not only is this going to pepper his guys, it's also going to inflict some casualties on the general. Now, just as a gesture of I'm not going to take this, I don't know why my guys seem to try to retreat. I'm gonna tie my guys back up and then put them in phalanx formation. Looks like he's actually not even shooting at my archers. Look, we've already started slaughtering. We even started slaughtering their crew. So the weak part would be his general right there. So we're gonna charge in and try to break that weak part, because that general bodyguard stands no chance. So this is the weak part in this circle. That's the reason my opponent took so long to set up. He was being cheap. And it looks like we're starting to break through the little circle, but we are taking some casualties because of the Spartans. I want to withdraw my cavalry now, but they withdrew on their own. Looks like he's kind of mad, so he's going to chase my guys, and that's when all my cavalry comes. Put my guys back in phalanx. Start target that massive thing of Korean archers. It looks like he's making his circle even smaller. Noob square, whatever you want to call it. Looks like my rocks are just inflicting massive casualties. Like, that's the crew, and I wasn't even aiming for them. Ooh! Hate to be hit by a rock. Anyway, it looks like his general's running away, along with another general's bodyguard, so I'll have my cavalry chase them. I'm not going to be needing them right now. I'm going to send these guys back in. So I'm going to start surrounding these guys. Now I know one-on-one my guys probably won't win, but I'm going to surround the square and do an old-fashioned pepper of the square. Ooh, my guys ratted what's ever left of his archers. And it's those guys' turn now, we can start targeting them. I'm gonna run these guys over. Look, he's playing skirmish with my cavalry. Then he stops his general just short of the finish line. And he stands no chance. So his general somehow manages to escape again. And my guys are slowly starting to surround him. And it looks like my guys are like very methodical in their march. Oh look, he sent his cavalry to come mess with my archers. He's gonna inflict some casualties, but we're gonna hit his guys with our archer arrow fire, or whatever you want to call it. And plus my guys are coming in, and that just routs his guys. It was a bold attack, but with no success. Okay, so now we're going to continue to weakening the back of his square, because either way he's in trouble. One, I'm just going to break through with my cavalry when my guys charge. I have no idea what these guys are doing. I don't know, maybe they thought they were like cool by... Oh, no flag bearer, no! Get out of there! Oh no, my flag bearer! No! It looks like he's getting a little bit mad, but if you want to fight cheap like this, okay. So you get. I use cheap tactics too. And there goes Alexander the Great. He got hit with a rock. So now that they're really weak, I'm going to start targeting these Spartans in the back. We will black out the arrows like in that famous movie 300 that Leonidas' captain said to the Persians when they said, "Our arrows will black out the sun, then we will fight in the shade." One of the most famous quotes of all time. All I have to do is move my guys in slowly. I'm getting my guys in a position. I'm going to completely surround the square. And these guys are constantly taking fire from the back, so... Racing is not going to have a back line at all. Like, I'm not going to target this front line. Oh, it looks like he knows he's going to lose, so he's going to start moving his guys.
Infantry. Phalanx formation. Infantry.
So I'm taking my guys off guard mode. Now I can only send 1 or 2 cavalry in. Oh, it looks like he lost all these guys just from the front because of my rocks. So there goes his Spartans' courage, and they're starting to... They just ran away. He just lost so many guys, and... I don't know, this was really newbie of what he did, and I think I dealt with it pretty good, and... This noob square didn't stand a chance because of my missile troops. Now my cavalry and my other guys are coming in to kill all our beloved Spartans. Looks like my slingers were the hero of this battle, I would say. We're gonna watch them slaughter him. Yep, he's dead. Then I'm gonna cease fire because there's absolutely no point anymore. And the reason the battle isn't over is because some of his guys are fighting to death. Either way, they're dead anyway, so... That's where I lost some guys. But all this damage in the front and stuff, those are from our arrows going overhead, and there's all these guys in the middle.
Victory is sweet indeed.
Anyway, there's the lone Spartan that died trying to run away.
Being so decisive.
And there's my slingers, who were the real heroes of this battle. I'm gonna say good game, even though it wasn't really a good game. Okay, let's look at the score. Let's see, let's go to my slingers. And my slingers pitched 85, 79, 96, 69, 86. Like all around between 70 to 90 kills each. And those were his hoplites. So, very good job. My other guys, my Seeker Band did okay. And Saberbrand Cavalry did pretty good too. So, yeah, you got it from me live. And I hope you enjoyed this battle. This is Call of Duty 4-Man 221 signing off.